Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Asterix Solutions. So this video we are going to talk about interfaces. Now interfaces in Java are like a contract, one signed you have to comply it with. So if you see this, if you write any class or if you write anything in a .java file, it can be either of three things. It can be either an interface, it can be either a class, or it can be either an enum. So whenever you get an error, let's say you miss out on a curly brace, you always get an error that class, enum or interface missing. It means that in a .java file those are the only three things which are supposed to be kept. Now writing a normal interface is like how you write a class. You just say interface and let's say some rule which you want your class to follow. Now some rule will have obviously some parts. So let now what we are going to do here is an interface. Try understand, an interface can contain only the final data and the abstract methods. You cannot have non-abstract method in an interface. So the idea behind the picture is you will write public abstract, let's say void rule 1, and no curly braces here, you will end it with a semicolon. Another provision given to you by the JVM on this part is even if you miss out on the word abstract, it will still allow you to write the code and you can go ahead with this directly. So writing an interface is a very small part where you want someone to, like an abstract class, you want someone to follow some rules. So you bring them in a class and you make them implement it. But unlike a superclass, a class can basically implement more than one interface. So now how am I going to save this? Just like you do your with class. So I'll save it as some rule.java and I compile this. Now after you compile, you can write a class, let's say my class. How will you exactly work with that interface? So the keyword used here is going for implements. This is your keyword implements, and implements you write some rule. Now as you have implemented the interface some rule, you have to override the method like you did in abstract. So public void rule 1, and now curly brace. Now whatever you want you can write in here. Let's say I'm just writing a system.out.println following rule 1. Same way public void rule 2 system.out.println following rule 2. So I have given both the rules now, and let's say I name it as my class. I save it, compile it as I have implemented. So the keyword used here for the implementation is implements. Now what next I am going to do is I am going to make a change and just call it as rule 3 as the method is not available in the interface. So what happens when you do not implement an interface or implement a method? So it says my class is not abstract and does not override abstract method rule 2 as it did in abstract class. So once you change it to rule 2 back, this class will be now easy to go. Now it's simple that if you do not implement a class, if you implement an interface and if you do not provide the body, that particular thing is going to create some problem. So this is how, and now you can just put it up in a demo, or you already have a demo class here. So beyond this I'm going to just put up my class. Let's say class obj is equal to new my class obj dot rule 1 obj dot rule 2. Yes, so following rule 1, following rule 2. So thank you for watching this video. This is how we write a simple interface and how we implement the interface on a class and how we use it. Next video we are going to see how multiple interfaces and with inheritance takes place. Thank you.